What is going on, everybody? It's a little after 10 p.m. I'm hanging out on Soy Cowboy with a buddy, but he's jumping on a plane heading to Turkey tomorrow, so he had to go home. I am going to wander up the street, see what's going on this fine evening here in Bangkok, Thailand. Just across the street from the famous Terminal 21 at the Asok BTS and Sukhumvit MRT junction. Right there, you'll find Soy Cowboy, one of the more famous red light districts in the world. Here in Bangkok, you have Cowboy. I'll say it's number one, then Nana Plaza. Just to the right here, one train stop at the Nana BTS, Sukhumvit Soi 4. That's fun. Maybe some people will say that's number one. And then the original Phrom Phong. There goes the train going into the Asok station. Like I say, one stop up, you're at Nana BTS. But not far from here, maybe, let's see, where you see that big M, that's the MRT or the subway. BTS is above ground. If you were to take the MRT in this direction and go up to the Silom MRT station, that's the junction. Silom/Saladang BTS. And there you'll find the original red light area here in Bangkok, Phrom Phong. That goes back to late 60s, early 70s. That's a sight to see. Phrom Phong night market. And this is kind of a tricky intersection, getting from the Terminal 21 side over here to Cowboy. You can do it here on the crosswalk. Again, watch those motorbikes, they're going in every direction. Or you can go down into the subway, cross under this busy Asok Mantri, and be over here on the Cowboy side. You just pop out right here. Don't be afraid to use these train stations to safely get across the intersections. And when you're talking about central Bangkok, I don't know what this guy's doing. You do not want to walk across this street on a red light. Maybe he's had a few too many, but that is a very, very bad idea. This crosswalk here at near the Terminal 21, I would call this the Times Square of Bangkok. That is the Asok BTS. Right down below Terminal 21 is the MRT Sukhumvit. If you went down there and went one stop to the right at Phetchaburi MRT station, you could then walk over to the Makasan train station and jump on the airport rail link. I believe there's a big sign that says 22 minutes to Suvarnabhumi. I want to say 4 stops. I'm not positive. If you went straight, you could go, let's see, we'd go from Asok to Phnom Chit to Chitlom, Siam, Ratchadapisik, and then Piatai. That is where the airport rail link starts. But if you're down here, there's no sense in backtracking for that 4 or 5 stops. Just go to the right, jump on the train at Makasan Station. Head out to Suvarnabhumi. Can't remember the exact fare. It's pretty darn affordable. I want to say 60 baht, but maybe it's cheaper. You can see the amount of traffic even on this kind of slow night. Very busy intersection. And with Soy Cowboy on my right, Terminal 21 straight ahead. If you were to go off in this direction, now this is Asok Mantri on the right. This street is, it's Sukhumvit Soi 21. So sometimes it'll be called 21 or Asok Mantri up until the next train station, Phetchaburi. And then it turns into Ratchadapisik, which is oftentimes shortened to just Ratchada. But when we cross past the train station in this direction, it turns back into Ratchadapisik. So if you were to walk up there, not even 5 minutes on the right is one of the more beautiful parks in central Bangkok, Benchakiti. There's also a dog park. Go up and check that out. This is looking down on the, or up on the walkway that heads into the Asok BTS. Be very careful in this area. Bangkok is a super safe city, but if you're going to have problems, I've said in many videos, it might be in this little section of town. A lot of pickpockets and grifters that hang out here. trying to take advantage of tourists that may or may not have a few too many in them. Meaning cocktails anyhow, so keep that wallet, maybe the phone in your front pocket. Just be careful. There's a couple of scams that are going on around town. There are different folks that will lift up their shirt and show you some kind of fake, I don't know what it is, like some kind of wound, and they're asking for money. That's all fake. Just politely say hello and keep walking. If anybody wants to strike up a conversation in this area, it's probably not going to lead to anything good. Here's the traffic heading into us. So down the way and on the right is the M-Sphere Mall in Phrom Phong. I'm going to walk up in that direction towards, I don't know where I'm going to go. Walk up towards my home on Soi 26. And this time of year, any night that is not rainy, yeah, it's a good night. Whoa, look at that. Somebody, those two bikes just went right through that red light and came pretty close. Red lights, it's a little bit like what my buddy called a Boston 5. I guess the street lights in Boston, I've driven there a few times, but I never really noticed. I think they're more the old style. So when a red light stopped you in Boston, 5 more cars went. And this guy's having a little fun, but I don't know if I'd stick out the side of a tuk-tuk like that. These motorbikes come pretty darn close. Probably not a great idea. And you can see the bikes take every little inch of real estate to sneak on through. So yeah, be careful with your arms, and I don't know about your legs like those other guys hanging out of a tuk-tuk. And that was a good time hanging out with my buddy Justin. We were at on the patio there at Penny Black. I think we arrived right when they switched from 60 baht to 80 baht on beers. Don't know when that was. Might have got there a little before 7, because somewhere around 8 they then changed to 80 baht beers. It's a little more competitive there in the Cowboy. 140, that's not unusual here in the capital city. I know compared to Pattaya it costs more, but things are just cheaper in Pattaya. Made my way up to Sukhumvit Soi 18. I really like this street. There's a Lexus dealership here on the left. It's kind of tree lined, a little expensive. It's a nice street here in central part of town. I'm pretty sure that Terrific Tuesdays right next to the 7-Eleven is a hostel. Top of Soi 18. I've zipped by on the train many times and seen some people up there where the lights are having a cocktail. There's also a nice little walk bridge here to get over from the Sukhumvit Soi 23 on the odd side over here to Soi 18 on the even. And across the way where you see the Pablo, I've still never stuck my head in there. It popped up probably a year ago at Sukhumvit Soi 25. There's some nice low-rise buildings up that street. Hopefully you can find one under 30,000 baht. And I've walked up almost to the top of Soi 20. Buddy's Bar and Grill. Great little place, good food, affordable drinks. And then if you take a right down Sukhumvit Soi 20, you'll find Sports on 20. And above you'll find Breakfast Story. You'll find those all over town. Usually they're on the second deck for whatever reason. I think the one on Sukhumvit Soi 11 is on the bottom floor. And this little side Soi right before you get to Soi 20 has some smaller hotels and some bars. Boss, let's see, the Go In, Melly restaurant. I keep telling myself I need to try that Melly. My buddy said they had some of the best salsa in town. And across the street, that must be Sukhumvit Soi 27, the Carlton Hotel. Beautiful property. Right to the left of that is the Radisson Blue. Top of the Radisson Blue, I forget what it's called. I think it's Brewski. I think it's Brewski. They have a nice open air roof bar with 2-for-1 happy hour cocktails. The top of Soi 20, this El Gaucho banner has been out for a while. You can find this steakhouse. Let's see, I know there's one on Soi 11. trying to think where the other location is. I've also seen it in Pattaya. It's a nice, I want to say Brazilian, want to say Vietnam, Thailand, Philippines, Slovakia, place for steak. I want to say it's Brazilian, Argentinian steakhouse, but I'm not positive. Oh, I know what the other location is. It's right near Terminal 21 at the top of Sukhumvit Soi 19. And I really love living in this town for a number of reasons, but probably one of the biggest is it's just so easy to get around. In San Diego, on a random Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night, you can't really call your buddy up at 7 and say, hey, let's meet over at XYZ place. We both have to drive 10 miles and be worried about having more than one beer and getting home. Here it's just jump on the train, jump on a 12-baht bus, or just walk there. And it's kind of like a New York City vibe. I never lived in New York City or Chicago, a big area where you can just walk around. So I'm really enjoying just pretty much walking everywhere. I'm walking a little over a mile right now, but yeah, it's good exercise. Beautiful weather. And speaking of steakhouses, on the other side of the street, the top of, well, almost the top of Sukhumvit Soi 29, the El Toro Steakhouse. Had a steak sandwich there years ago, but never indulged in the real deal. I've heard good things. Here's the top of Sukhumvit Soi 22. You'll find the auto bar. I'll call it a heavy metal bar, but they play different alternative tunes. Little Red Hot Chili Peppers tonight. And at the top of 22, you'll find the Holiday Inn and the side entrance where you see the IKEA sign to the M-Sphere Mall. Closes at 10. I'm gonna head up just to the right and duck into Buddy's, maybe get a plate of food. And there's the Buddy's Bar and Grill on Soi 22. You'll find another one at the top of Sukhumvit Soi 8. And what's the other one? In between On Nut and Bangkok, I think Soi 89. There's one in the Slom area. And there's some great Indian food here on Sukhumvit Soi 22. Come check it out. Here's the M-Sphere off to the right. I slept in way too late. My hours are thrown off, so I know I'm going to be up late. Have a little late night dinner. I don't think I've had anything to eat since about noon, so that's okay. And then get a little editing session in. And I've made my way up to Benchasiri Park here below the Phrom Phong BTS. I really wish it stayed open at least until midnight, but 10 o'clock seems to be the closing hours for most of the parks here in central Bangkok. This one opens at 4:30. I'm not sure about Benchasiri. For some reason, I have 5 o'clock stuck in my head, but maybe 4:30 a.m. Right next door to Benchasiri Park is the Emporium. Off to the left here is the promenade in between the two malls, the M Quartier and Emporium, and you have the Phrom Phong BTS. And then the walkway right under the tracks. That leads up to the M-Sphere Mall. The three combined is the M District. And here's the top of Sukhumvit Soi 24. You'll find plenty of late night options in this area. And some really beautiful condos down Soi 24. Close to the BTS. And a great part of town. Phrom Phong, probably my favorite. And some late night Japanese. I've had more than a few nice meals in here. And I am almost home, so thank you so much for walking along with me. Plenty more videos from Bangkok, Thailand on the way. Consider subscribing if you have not. We'll talk to you soon. See ya.